Good, beautiful morning, everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And I have with me the energy of a being that goes by the name of Ishmael. And he wants to talk about the deliberate distractions from God within you. I put that on the bottom of the screen for those of you on YouTube. You can see that. I think you can also see it on Facebook. For those of you on TikTok, you'll just have to hear it auditorily. So yes, the deliberate distractions from God within you. This is important, he says, that we need to understand that there is a clear, concerted, and deliberate effort from evil and the agents of evil to keep you disconnected from the all-powerful loving source that wants to work through you and provide you with all the love and joy and creativity that you can possibly assert in your life. He says that these distractions are often physical in nature, that you are being seduced repeatedly by sense pleasures, strictly the pleasure of the senses, without regard for the effect or causes that those distractions cause you. It's a very interesting thing when you consider that we have all these distractions. He says news, distraction of the senses are the biggest one. He says the senses of the pleasure of the senses is the biggest distraction that you are being conditioned and manipulated to be outwardly focused all the time, so that your needs and your wants are all based on what you can get from out there and what's going on inside you. That divinity that sleeps inside you, waiting for you to commune with it, gets ignored, negated, and basically just not recognized at all. When he came to me, he said, it's very simple. There's not a lot to say about it. You look around you, you are becoming obsessed with how your body is and how others see you. Do you not know how more important it is how God sees you, how your creator views you, and how you view your creator? But most of you are not even looking at the creator. You are so caught up in the things and the experiences of this world that you have forgotten where all of this came from in the first place. You have forgotten that light that beats your heart in every moment. And I was given a real interesting insight the other day that, think about it, 72 times a minute, God says, I love you by the beating of your heart. I found that quite fascinating, that 72 times every minute, that life, that God within us all is saying, I love you with the beat of every heartbeat. It's a fascinating thing. You're being told that God does not love you or cherish you because of your suffering. But if you understand that much of the suffering that you're observing in this world now is perpetrated by those who gain great worldly authority over you, that distract you from God and the function of worship in its purest and most meaningful sense, is ignored because you are not turning into the great temple. And the great temple is within you. In your heart, in your mind, there is a great temple of knowledge, a great temple of love within you. And you are distracted by the fears and the concerns of this world, that they would be more important than communing with the very life that is responsible for even those that manufacture the distractions. Even they have turned away from that deity and are drunk on the experiences that they glean from the senses, and they likewise wish to seduce you into the same illusion, that the world is the only source of your joy, your light, and your pleasure, and nothing could be further from the truth. For you all know that the body that you exist in right now will cease to function one day. And where will you be then? Consider that. Where will you be when you no longer have that body? that you are currently experiencing this physical world in. You came here with a purpose, and many of you can't even remember your purpose because you have gotten so far away from where it is in your heart. There is a purpose in your heart that if you were living it, you would be experiencing great glee and joy. You would welcome every day with open arms, understanding that you are here to serve a purpose, to contribute to the light, the love, and the goodness of the world, not to the fear and the anger and the rage of the darkness that is now manipulating and controlling so many of you. And I only came to remind you that there is a deliberate distraction from the God within you right now. And it is why so many of you find yourself in misery. For the love of God is greater than the love that any man could give you. If you understand this, then you would turn inwards to find that love. And you may see that love reflected in the words and actions of others around you. You can see the love of God reflected in the words and actions of those around you that hear his word and do his works. There are those that hear his word and do his works, and they are of good report. It's important you turn inward, pull away from the distractions and the meaningless pleasures of the world. And those of you that hear these words, when I say meaningless pleasures, I mean there are pleasures that you get that are so temporal, and you are dissatisfied even afterwards, that you miss the eternal love that beats in your heart and moves silently through your blood, that can speak through you if you allow it, that can act through you if you allow it. What greater gift could you ever hope to receive than the gift that you already possess, the gift of life and the gift of the expression of that life? But be very mindful of these distractions, for if you are fulfilled by the things of this world, then you would be fulfilled by the things of this world. And so many of you are unfulfilled. And yet there are many that are telling you, come to me, listen to me, do as I say, follow these rules, obey these laws, accept what we say, for what we say is much better than any religion or God could tell you. And they that would say such things to you themselves are far, far away from that very thing that they too themselves are seeking, whether they know it or not. In the comfort of the body, you might find rest, but the illusion of rest, for the things of this world will bring you but short comfort, whereas the love of that light within you will give you great hope and promise, not only in this world, but in the next that is to come, that is arriving. As you hear these words, this world is coming, a new world is coming, a new light is coming, and it is within you to see it if you look inside, open your eyes and see, and open your ears inside and hear. Be careful of the words of men. Be careful of the words of your leaders. Be careful of them who would say they would lead you to a much better world when the very creator that orchestrates their actions also can do far greater than any of them may ever hope to achieve, as you will see. When I came to this one today, it was very simple to give those of you that can hear these words to pay attention to what is distracting you from your peace, from your love, from your joy. For if the world could give you the love, the peace, and the joy that you seek, you would have it now. If those that promised you this could give it to you, you would have it now. It would not be tomorrow or next year or next century. You would have it now. For those that have a gift can give it. And those who can receive it will receive it. So be mindful of those that will tell you the great promise they can give you of a better life than the life that which gave you life in the beginning, and that which gives you all life, whether you deny it or not. Your suffering is simply the separation between you and that life that is your life. There is no man that is responsible for your life. And yet you see men exalting themselves as saying that they can make a man a woman and a woman a man. And there are those that exalt themselves and say, we can create life. We are as God himself, they say. They shall be humbled. They shall be humbled greatly. It is coming. Such arrogance always leads to a fall. And they are gladly luring you into their delusions that their creative sciences can transcend the very hand and eye that sculpted the stars and the planets. Do you believe such nonsense? That any man can do as God? But they would tell you that they could do these things. But it is not they, but the God even within them that doeth the works. It is important you understand how to remove yourself from these distractions, to turn your attention back to the real valuable elements of your life. What is your purpose? How are you with the people closest to you? Do you honor love? Or do you simply honor the flesh? Is that all you have left to honor? Is the flesh? What about the spirit? Can you honor the spirit? Will you honor the spirit? Dare you honor the spirit within you and discover the truth? For it is said many times that the kingdom of God is within you. It is within you. And you must go there and worship. And worship is not the submission of yourself to the divine. It is the exaltation of yourself before the divine, that you would go to it and say, I am with you. I honor you. I love you. What works can I do for thee? What demonstration of your love can I give to this world? That is why you came, to demonstrate the love you came to give to this world. And it's very easy to know if you are demonstrating the love that you came to give to this world, because if you are demonstrating love, you will find fulfillment. If you are demonstrating fear and selfishness and greed, you will find but temporary relief, but great suffering in the end. For you will know in the days to the end, when the door of heaven opens and the great Lord steps into this room with you and says, I am here. Those who are in alignment with that which I am, come hither. That doorway exists. It is real. Even those in the greatest darkness, even those who would lead you furthest away from your God, even they will be forced to return home. And their suffering will be greater even than yours. When you return home to God, when you in your heart recognize that presence within you that says, I love you 72 times every minute, and you hear its voice and feel its hand upon your heart, you may yet begin to wake up. But turn first your eyes and your ears away from the distractions, the seductions. Find your gift of love to offer others. So many of you have confused the gift of love with sex and sensation. You know not yet what love is yet, and you suffer because you do not know. You seek it in another. You seek it in a thing. You seek it in the stuff of this world, and you find no long-lasting joy. But within your own soul, that love resides. Within your own heart, you can find it. It is the words, it is the actions that come from within you that offer love to this world and to those in this world. There is great hope for any who turns away from the distractions, to go within, to know within that there is a deity, a love within you. It is beating your heart right now. Right now, your heart is beating. It is being beaten for you. It is moved for you. And it keeps you alive in this world. Most of the suffering is not of God. Most of the suffering is caused by man. And that expression means human. It is time you pull your attention away from these distractions that you may be set free from your suffering. Turn inward, commune with that intelligence. If you, in great sincerity, turn inward to that intelligence, I can assure you it will answer your call if you are patient. But do not seek the liberation of your suffering from man, but request the liberation from your suffering from that which gives you life. No man gives you the life that beats in the chest of your body right now. That was given to you by another other than man. Fear and anger and warmongering, thievery, these are all distractions. And you have been enslaved by the distractors, your so-called leaders, your so-called teachers, your so-called governments. They have said that they have offered you greater happiness, but where is that happiness? And if you can recognize the lie, then you can turn away from the distractions and the distractors themselves, who will, when you pull your attention away from them, blow away as sand in a great breeze. For they need you. They need you to be distracted. For from you, they gain their energy, they gain their strength, they gain their wealth, they gain their power. While you suffer, so many of you, needlessly. And if, for those of you that are willing to play the game of the distractors, if you do not understand your purpose, if you're not living from the light of God, then you will suffer likely as well. A distraction, whether you are rich or poor, will lead you to suffering. A distraction from your divinity, whether you are rich or poor, will lead you to suffering. And you can keep your distractions up as long as possible, but the day will come when you have to leave this world and meet your maker. And there will be no distractions to escape or hide behind as you have now in this world. Let it be known that that which loves you is within you. What you call the great coming, the great arrival, is well underway. And he and many others like him are coming. There are many that have served God well, and they are all coming together. There is not only one. Many are the sons and daughters of God, in good faith, in good love, in good conscience, they come, and they are coming, and they are here. And they will tell you what I say: turn inward, remember your God, remember that the life that you have is within you. The world is simply a gift offered that you might delight in the Creator's gifts. Wow. Thank you, Ishmael. I really appreciate that. Hi, guys. So much. Yeah, we're going to go over to here. I'm just going to move this slightly. There we go. So I can see Q&A from two. Good morning, Lauren. How you doing? Hi, everybody. Welcome. Just for those of you that are new to my channel, I want to just put this up here. For those of you that are wanting to learn about mediumship, how to connect to your guides, angels, recommune with the divinity within you, connect to God if you like. Our 101 masterclass called Awakening begins June the 24th. Go register now at williammichaelforbes.com. This course will teach you to go within, how to get away from the distractions of the world around you. And again, I encourage you to go and register for the course at my website, williammichaelforbes.com. And don't stay in the distraction of this world. End your suffering. Suffering's unnecessary. There are many schools that are teaching people to awaken. There are a few good ministers, a few good ministers from certain faiths even that are still in alignment with teaching the true teachings of God, right? It's important to learn that. Thank you so much. Appreciate the love and blessings. So Lauren, I see you got a question up here. Good morning. Hi, Kira. Lauren's asking, I heard a channeling of Tobias a few months ago and my whole body shook. Why? Because the words that you felt were true. Your earth shook. When you hear the truth, your earth will shake. I call it goosebumps when I hear the real profound truth coming from people. I get goosebumps. My body shivers like that. So I get that that's what it is for you. It moved your world. Whatever you heard is very important for you to explore deeply. I think it's central to your purpose, what it is you can do to move the world, what it is you can embrace to move the world, right? My daughter is in no contact. She uses words jumbled to confuse me. Any guidance, please? Hi, Laura Lee. The best guidance I can give is, if you can, get her to book a session with me, if she's open to doing that. Other than that, release all of your fear around your daughter. Release all of your fear around your daughter. Let only love go forth to her. Only let your love go forth to her. And if you cannot speak words of love, then at least have feelings of love for her. Because whether your children are present with you or not, your energy affects your children, and your children's energy affects you. As the parent, it's your duty as the parent to stay in the highest esteem for your children, no matter how far they might stray from you, to have nothing but love and wish nothing but goodness and divine guidance for them. Like, wish that for your daughter, that God's guidance enter her life. And it will. Don't be surprised. It will happen very quickly, Laura. Yeah, she's got a dark spirit that she has to get rid of. And there's some people around her that she has to let go of too, that are promoting that. There's a lot of that going on. Nancy's asking, why do my toes get numb when I lay down to bed at night? Is there a message for me from my higher self? I'm being told to tell you a good time for you to meditate would be 20 minutes before bed. A really, really good time for you to meditate would be about 20 minutes before bed. Then that tingling in the toes, that numbness that you're feeling, won't be there. Meditate 20 minutes before bed. And I'm being told to tell you, in that meditation, decide and define how you will sleep and how you will awake. An example might be, I'm going to sleep deeply, profoundly, and regeneratively, and I will awaken refreshed, rejuvenated, re-energized, and revitalized. That takes about 30 seconds of the meditation, right? So have that as something you do and meditate upon for at least 20 minutes before you go to bed. Get the mind and body in that place where they can regenerate. Your body's designed to follow your directions and instructions. God gave us a body that we could run and take care of. We could, take it out for a drive. We could destroy it. We could harm it. But there's a consequence. There's no cause without an effect. Learn to love your body. Someone's asking, how can I trust my intuition and connect better? What words should I say? Thank you. Well, Abigail, again, I encourage you to come out to our 101 masterclass called Awakening. It starts June the 24th. You will learn how to develop and open up your clairs, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance. These are the inner senses that complement your outer senses. These inner senses let you commune with guides, angels, God, Christ, many other beings. These inner clairs that you can open up will allow you to connect to and communicate with beings that are not of this world in the conventional sense. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Someone's asking me if I take any vitamins or supplements. Oh, no, somebody's asking Nancy that. Sorry. Someone's asking, will I find a job soon? This is Lehemi. Pardon me if I mispronounce your name. Mahemi Lema. Yes, let go of the futility. They're telling me to tell you to let go of the feelings of futility and align your energy to the feeling of hope. They're telling me to tell you to pay attention to your body posture when you're looking for work and thinking about work. Make sure your posture is upwards and straight, like you're strong. Align yourself to the energy of that job. You want to really make certain that your energy's in alignment with that function. If your energy's not in alignment, it won't happen. Bree's asking, will I have any luck with this love with this year? It's not about luck, Bree. Do you want love this year? You see, so many people, it's what Ishmael was saying earlier. You're so connected, so hopeful that out there you're going to find love. Somebody or something out there is going to give you love. You are love. See this shirt? You are love. It's what you are. And that consciousness inside you that's beating your heart right now, it loves you too. Get connected to the love of God within you. And I can promise you that he'll give you the love that you seek around you. When you get in alignment with love within you, it starts to show up all around you, everywhere around you. Wonderful. Thank you. Let's see. Yes. So someone's asked, Silver Dragon's asking, what holds the energies of the summer solstice, June 21st? If I'm understanding you correctly from what they're saying, you're asking, what energy do you want to hold on the solstice of the 21st of June? Hold the energy of joy and celebration. Thank you for that cowboy hat. Joy and celebration. Hold the energy of joy and celebration on that day. And hold it within your heart. Don't try to get joy and celebration for others, but be that in your heart. The spirit of joy and celebration will incline you to do very different things on that day. But the energy of joy and celebration for you will be very, very powerful on that day. So please take the time to allow yourself to connect to the energy of joy and celebration on that day for you. It's very important. For you it is. Hi, Jackie. I don't know who this is, but some male energy is coming in response to your question about will I travel? Will I travel this year? They're saying, yeah, she's going to travel to the store. She's going to travel to a lot of places. Tell her to be more specific. He's telling me to tell you to be more specific. Where do you want to travel, Jackie? Where would you like to travel? Put your attention on where you want to go. Instead of wondering if you're going to travel, put your attention on where you want to go, because you're traveling all the time. Every time you get up and you're traveling to the kitchen, you're traveling to the bathroom, you're traveling to the store. Choose a place you want to travel. I heard a very interesting line from a meme I saw the other day. It says, tourists are trying to escape life. Travelers are trying to experience life. Consider that too. But Jackie, yeah, you want to be very specific on where you want to travel. This male energy Yes, this male energy wants to travel with you, but you have to be willing to embrace it. You have to be willing to embrace it. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? I remind you of Robert Blake. I don't know how you remind you of Robert Blake, but I remember that guy. Should I apologize to G? I get a strong yes for that. You definitely want to apologize that person. But don't make it a long drawn out thing. Make it really short and sweet. I apologize. Period. Keep it short and sweet. Vertical's asking, the higher self of a young actor I recently became aware of visited me in my half sleep. What was the purpose of this visit? To awaken your inspiration in the craft. To awaken your inspiration in the craft. Very important. Your inspiration in the craft. It's funny, we get into adulating performers and actors, and I love that. I love Justin. I love Brad. I love Angelina. When you find yourself adulating somebody, it's because there's a gift you have that's similar to that. Don't worship other people. Worship the God within you. What is your talent? What is your gift to give to the world? That's what you want to focus on. Don't be distracted. Someone's saying, you've guided me in the past and you were so correct. Thank you. You're very, very welcome, Vanessa. You're very welcome. Again, I can't take most of the information that comes through me is coming through me. It's not my personal information. They use information and knowledge I've acquired, but the way it's orchestrated and organized for each and every individual is unique to the person asking the question. And again, I work with ascended masters. I work with guardian angels. I work with guides. I work with other divine beings. I do not work with lower vibrational entities, and there are a lot of them on the world today right now. There are a lot of low vibrational entities. You need to learn to raise your vibration up. But thank you so much for that compliment. Really appreciate it. You're very welcome, Nancy. So Rainbow Warrior is putting this comment on YouTube. I want to share with everybody. Something you want to, it's based on, I think it's Ho'oponopono, which is a Hawaiian philosophy, but it's also universal. Whenever you feel anger, or you feel pain, or you feel sadness, you feel hurt, or you feel upset inside you, stop, pause, turn your attention to it, and speak those words to your anger, to your fear, to your guilt, to your shame. Turn inward and say, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. But the way I've been told to put it is, I'm with you. I love you. And I will always take care of you. You want to communicate that to your anger, to your fear, and watch it changes. It's the most amazing thing. First time I was given that to do, you turn to your anger and you say, I'm with you. I love you. I'll take care of you. It starts to change instantly. So for those of you that are listening, if you got anger or fear or guilt or shame, turn your attention to it and speak or think those words. I'm with you. I love you. I will take care of you. And watch what happens to that feeling as you interact with it, with that energy, right? Because your body and your mind are not you. They're just instruments that you've been given to use while you're in this physical dimension. Thank you for bringing that up, Rainbow Warrior. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate everybody's support here. Thank you so much. I've recently moved on and was wondering if you see this move as a positive one for me. Hi, Vanessa. I see it as positive for you. You've got to release the uncertainty that you're still keeping in your mind. You're still keeping a question mark in your mind. You've got to release the question mark from in your mind. That's what's inhibiting a certain number of events from happening. If you release that little niggling of uncertainty from within you, and a way to release energy from the body that's not supportive of you, you can literally breathe the uncertainty out of your body. You can draw it up with your breath and exhale it with your breath. So you can breathe the uncertainty up and exhale the uncertainty out. You can literally do that really easily, and do that a few times and release that last little bit of uncertainty. And the things that you were hoping to happen will suddenly start to happen. And the good things you were expecting can happen because there's nothing inside you to restrict them from coming into your life. I love that. Thank you so much. Susie, thank you for that super chat. I really appreciate it. Good morning, William. I have a question. I've been talking to this gentleman for a few days now, and I'm having feelings for him. Am I just wasting my time? Only if you're not being really clear about what your intention is with this person, and if he is not being clear with you about his, do not confuse the feelings of physical attraction with the issues of the spirit and heart. For the spirit and heart must join first before the body. Before the body, the mind and the spirit must join first. That is to say that the values, the beliefs, the ideas, the visions, the dreams, the aspirations you have must be common to each other. So many of you pursue relationship without considering what is the purpose of this. Is it just to have sex? Or is it to have an experience of creation, to create a family, to create a gift to offer humanity? What is the purpose and function of relationship? If you consider that, what is the purpose and function of this relationship? And then ask him to define the same thing for you. What is the purpose and function of this relationship for him? And then you will have somewhere to go. But there must be a common ground in the process. You cannot have a relationship by yourself, after all, can you? But this is a very beautiful consideration, and you will save yourself much time and restore love to your life as you know you can. Yes, you might be surprised by this one. It is important you define what it is the relationship is for. Relationships are not just to be for two fleeting bodies to pass together in the night. It is also to be for the function of purpose. What is your purpose? What is your purpose? What is the purpose of that relationship? What is its purpose? Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Relationships are vehicles for instruments for creation. A question from SJK. I am struggling to keep my vibration high in light of my ex's health crisis. Would appreciate some perspective. Remember, yes, I know. Yes, you'll be successful in that endeavor. You need to release. You need to release the emotions that you are holding in your body that he gave to you that are negative. He gave you negative emotions and negative projections. You need to return them to him with love and grace. You need to return the emotions that that person gave to you with love and grace. Return to him what is his with love and grace. Do that. You need to do that. Just gently and lovingly. I return to you what is yours with love and grace. Really hold his face in your mind very clearly when you do this. I return to you what is yours with love and grace. Do that, SJK, and you won't be carrying that around anymore. It's so important. We can harbor the emotions of other people. We can carry the burdens of others. A lot of people do it without realizing they're doing it. So you're in a relationship and the person yells and screams at you. They're angry at you. They project stuff on you. And you can carry that. And a lot of people do that. They carry the burden that the other person does not take responsibility for. Don't carry other people's pain around. Give it back to them. And I don't mean by giving it to them to suffer, but return it to them with love and grace. Don't take on their pain. Unless they're asking you for help or guidance. If they want to be relieved of their pain, then find a way to help relieve their pain. Maybe they need to know something new about themselves. I don't know. But yeah, you want to do that, SJK. I saw a large golden triangle in the sky when I was grounding 3 days ago. Yes, I know the Galactic Federation's got a lot of beings around here. There's a lot of interdimensional species here right now. There are other beings in existence. I like that, Harry, saying love is you. Is love you? Love is you, is love you. You are love. You are love. That's the truth. Your consciousness. You are made in the image and likeness of the divine. Therefore, you must be love. If the divine creator manifested the creation, which is fairly intelligent, then it stands to reason that you are a product of love, which is creation. You are a product of love, every one of you. Even those who think differently are products of love. Someone's asking, Savannah is asking, can you give me guidance on who is contacting me through dreams every single night? I get there's a grandmother and grandfather that have been trying to connect you. They're saying something about turning her in a new direction. They're saying that the direction you're going in, they're trying to get you to move into this other direction. You keep thinking it's not the way to go, but it is. They're saying that you've been resistant because of your fear to try this new thing. They say you're being resistant, and they keep coming to try and get you to know, stop being afraid. Go that way. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid of failure. Do not be afraid of failure. That's really strong right now. Do not be afraid of failure. The thing that you've been thinking about trying but not trying, do it now. They'll help you. They'll be there to help you work through that. 3 a.m. Yeah, we're all in different parts of the world. Someone's saying, I'm wondering if I will find a loving and compatible life partner in this life. Losing hope. Again, if you can feel it, yes, I understand. Yeah. You have to release your despair, and you have to release what you hold on to. You have to release your despair of all the relationships that have not quite worked out the way you wanted them to. And then, how would you feel right now? Ask yourself this question and watch what happens inside you when you ask yourself this question. If you had this relationship that you're seeking, how would you feel right now? If you had it, how would you be feeling right now? And be very mindful of what feeling you suddenly become aware of. And then hold fast to that feeling, give it attention, feed that feeling, breathe it into your body, fill your body with that feeling. Because that's the ember of what you want to create. It's the ember that can start the flame of the creation of that relationship. How would you feel if you already had it? And the feeling that idea gives you is the feeling that's connected to the person that matches that energy in your life. Very exciting. I'm so grateful we had this time today. Yes, someone's asking, I keep having baby wildlife come around me. Is this a sign? Yes, Amanda. It's a sign that there's a new birth that has happened in your life. A new birth has just happened in your life. I'm not sure. I'm not going to say what I think it is, because I think I know what it is, but there is a new birth happening in your life, and all these new young baby life forms coming around you are to reveal there's a new life entering your life right now that's going to be really powerful. Yes, your life is going to be renewed, revitalized. Angel on your side is asking, what is my spiritual quest in life? I got Ishmael saying to go within and meet thy light. Go within. Yes. Go within and meet that source within you. People don't realize that this living God is in us all. It's beating our hearts. It says, I love you 72 times every minute, every day of your life. You're being told, I love you. Here's my life. I love you. Here's life. Go within and listen. Do not, again, you might get the way in which it will communicate to you may not be in words that you hear with your memory, because a lot of people can't hear the voice of God because they're distracted by their mind, or they're distracted by the world, or they think they're going to hear it in physical words. Sometimes the voice of God is an image or a feeling or a sensation that something is different. Sometimes when I want to get guidance, I get images dropped in my mind. It's a picture, or I feel like a pull in a certain direction, or a sensation. The word of God isn't necessarily a word like the language I'm speaking physically of the English language, or any language. Sometimes it's a feeling, a sensation, an image, an inclination. And the more you go inside to try to hear and feel what is in there, you'll start to hear and feel more. The more you focus that in that direction, the more you'll find it. Please look, seek, and ye shall find. I got time for one more question on YouTube. Will Archangel Michael use his big blue sword to help me remove lower vibe energy that has eluded me? If he's not currently reclining on it, that is his joke. I know that. Oh, you remember that? That was like 4 years ago when he said that. So this person on YouTube is somebody had asked a question about what Archangel Michael uses his sword for, and he said, "What else?" He said, "What else do you use your sword for besides cutting negative energy from people's energy fields?" And he said, "Well, once in a while, I like to lean on it." And I'm glad you remember that. We're entering the age of responsibility too, that our guides and angels can show us and guide us, but we have to take the steps. And if you're holding on to anger, you're holding on to fear, you're holding on to guilt, if you're holding on to old emotions, it makes it very difficult to let them go. You can let them go and you pick them up again. Again, our 102 Masterclass, which doesn't start until next July, it's all about letting go of old emotions out of your body, releasing old thoughts, old memories, old emotions from your body, right? Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Animal. Really great question. One more question I'll take from TikTok. Hi, Fleur. Fleur is asking, can I have a message, please? I have severe anxiety and it's eating me alive. Okay, Fleur. I think your name is Fleur Groen Johan. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it properly, but can I just ask you right now just to sit up straight? Just sit up straight, bring your shoulders back slightly, tilt your head up a little bit. And I want you to place your right hand over the center of your chest. I want you to place the right hand over the center of your chest. And I want you to feel your anxiety. I want you to become aware of where you feel your anxiety. Just feel it. And I want you to speak out loud and think these words. And think and speak these words in a tone of voice that sounds like you mean it. So you're speaking directly to your anxiety. You're thinking directly to your anxiety these words. I am sorry I have been ignoring you. I am now willing to love you and take care of you. And I will not ignore you anymore. Think and speak those words sincerely. And again, speak these words also. Thank you for being a part of my life, even if I have not understood you. Thank you for being a part of my life, even if I have not understood you. And just let yourself feel what you feel when you do that. And please, before I leave TikTok today, take a moment to do that and share with us what you feel happening. Share what you feel happening with us, okay? It's important that other people know that you experienced something. Got a lot of questions. I have so many questions. I'm so grateful, you guys. Someone's asking them for a message from their mother-in-law. Yeah, I know. So many messages. And we won't have time to get to all of them today, guys. But that gentleman that just, that person that just asked about their anxiety, most people are attacking and dislike and hate the pain you're feeling inside. So they're saying my heart was racing. I felt it in my stomach and everywhere through my body. Okay, so now turn to that sensation and say, I'm with you. I love you. I will take care of you. Now speak or think those words to your anxiety. I'm with you. I love you. And I will take care of you. Don't worry about how, but just think or speak those words. I'm with you. I love you. I will take care of you. And feel what happens to the anxiety and share how it changes. I understand. Yeah. Amanda's saying, I used to have extreme anxiety. I stopped drinking coffee. Yeah, coffee is a really big cause of anxiety. A lot of people don't know that. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate that on YouTube. Yeah. So that interaction, see, we're taught to get away from unpleasant feelings, but your unpleasant feelings are aspects of yourself that need love, not rejection. Your fear, your guilt, your shame, your anger, they're not parts to be rejected. They're parts to be transformed through your love. Don't attack yourself. Give love to those feelings because you'll feel them change immediately. Someone's saying, can I please have a message from my dad? I'm going through a really tough time. Yeah, I know, guys. So, Fleur Gronin, if you can leave a comment about what happens when you speak those words to the anxiety, it'd be really helpful because other people need to know that there's a change. Your fear, your anxiety, your guilt, your shame, your anger, they need love. They need love. They need to be paid attention to, not ignored, and not simply just acted upon. Again, I'll be back on Friday at 10 a.m. and it's strictly Q&A Friday. So we'll get to a lot more questions on Friday. So I hope you guys will join me there. Remember, if you're new to the channel, to like, to subscribe, to share. If you're on TikTok, you can go to my YouTube channel and watch over 800 channeling session videos that were done and posted up there over the last 4.5 years. Again, I want to remind everybody, you've still got about a week and a half to sign up and register for our 101 Awakening course. Starts June the 24th. And again, this course is going to help teach you to go inside, to learn to open up your intuition, to open up your clairvoyance, your clairaudience, your clairsentience, your claircognizance, the inner senses that will allow you to assess life from a very different perspective than your outer senses allow you to. Because you have inner senses. And again, I want to say to everybody, I wish you all much love. Okay, so Fleur is saying on TikTok, my body feels warm. My head cleared up a little. My heart wasn't racing anymore. So this is very important. Thank you so much for doing that because you give a gift to others, Fleur. So what he just said, he's going through intense anxiety, and all we instructed him to do was to get in connection with his anxiety and offer the anxiety different thoughts, not attack it, not fear it, but say to it, I'm with you. I love you. I will take care of you. You don't have to worry about how you're going to love it or how you're going to take care of it or how much you love it. It doesn't need to know how. It just needs to feel that energy from you. So when your suffering and your fear and your guilt and your shame receive love from you, it transforms that energy. And we bear witness to that right now in this person who's brave enough to apply the process and experience that change in his own body, in his own mind, in his own heart. And if you sit with your emotions, your anxiety, and you spend time being with it lovingly, kindly, gently, compassionately, it will continue to heal. So even though you only felt a small change, the more you do it, the bigger the change gets, right? The more you do something, the better it gets. So thank you so much, Fleur, for doing that. I want to say much love to everybody, and thank you for sharing your experience as well. And those of you on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook, much love, everybody. I want to thank Ishmael for being present today. That was a very, very strong worded presentation. I want to say thank you so much for that. And I want to see all of you on Friday on Shortcut for Your Soul at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. Much love, everybody. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day.